Greetings, fellow moviegoers, and welcome to Movie Central, the place to talk about movies, TV shows based on movies, toys based on movies, games based on movies, and rides based on movies. I'm your host, Mr. CCS, and this is my pet gorilla, George. Today, we're discussing the magical side of the DC universe as we talk about the characters known for magic. I'm going to start with Swamp Thing, a creature made of pure swamp, and a response to Marvel's Man-Thing. There was also Deadman, a ghost of an acrobat known to possess any living creature. Zatanna, a magician of daughter of Zatara. Etrigan the demon, an ancient entity that is the last known smart demon. And finally, John Constantine, a dark wizard known for being a rad dude with a bad tooth. All of these characters and a few others were brought together in 2012 to form a version of the Justice League known as the Justice League Dark. One of the more welcome additions to the New 52 comics, I have to say. These guys would make for a very interesting animated show or even live action show, because the concept is just too cool. But before anything else, we have an entry to the DC animated movie universe lineup in the form of an animated film starring the titular spin-off team. How is it in regards to quality? We're gonna find out today. This is Justice League Dark. When innocent civilians begin committing unthinkable crimes across Metropolis, Gotham, and beyond, Batman, voiced by Jason O'Mara once again, must call upon mystical counterparts to eradicate this demonic threat to the planet. Enter the Justice League Dark, reluctantly led by the Hellblazer himself, John Constantine, voiced by Matt Ryan. Like Batman, Constantine is a cunning, often cynical loner who is the best at his chosen profession, but quickly realizes the sinister forces plaguing the planet will require help from other supernatural alliances. Forming a new league with Sorceress Zatanna, voiced by Camilla Luddington, otherworldly Deadman, voiced by Nicholas Turturro, and Jason Blood and his powerful alter ego Etrigan the Demon, both voiced by Ray Chase, this team of dark arts specialists must unravel the mystery of Earth's supernatural plague and contend with the rising powerful villainous forces behind the siege before it's too late for all of mankind. As I said, this is a great idea for a TV show, and it would be interesting to see James Gunn make a TV show out of the in the new DCU, even if he has the Justice League, Creature Commandos, Authority, and Suicide Squad under his belt. As far as the movie fares, yeah, I think it's good. It's a much darker story and one of the most interesting parts of the saga, especially in regards to the characters it sets up. Is it all good? No, it has some problems, but I'll get there later. The infinite potential this has just makes me like the movie even more. But let's dive into the other aspects of the movie and see if it's worth it or not. Yeah, Batman has another movie where he's a prominent character, but they try to lighten him up a bit, which is a good thing. The jokes are pretty funny and fit his down-to-earth personality, such as scaring a ghost, answering the question of how he copes with pain, I have a butler, and simply grunting at the sight of something weird. At least the first time they make that joke. Every other time it's just sort of eh. This is how Batman should be adapted into the DCU, if this is going to be his personality. As far as the rest of the Justice League goes, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Jon Stewart's Green Lantern are notable for being mind-controlled and attacking the JLD. But the rest of the members don't have much to do. They had characters like Hawkman and Martian Manhunter, I guess just for extra padding, but I would have loved to see them do something. Yeah, the League kinda got the shaft in this one, didn't they? I guess they did that to make room for the real stars of the show. Yeah, let's talk about the JLD. I'll start with Matt Ryan as John Constantine with the brilliant portrayal he brings. First off, the guy portrays the character in every freaking thing. Live action, animation, hopefully video games soon, and the DCU also hopefully. Yeah, I freaking love Matt in this role, and he is undoubtedly the highlight of the movie for me. I also really like Jason Blood in this film, who's not pictured here for some reason. The backstory was pretty good, but he shouldn't be reluctant to become the monster. That's my only complaint. Etrigan had some cool moments too, but that's all I have to say. The two characters that do the least are Black Orchid and the Swamp Thing. I thought Swamp Thing showing up like the Incredible Hulk in the Avengers late to the party was great, but he didn't get to do anything. Orchid had like 3 scenes, and that's about it. Deadman was funny, and I think the voice fits him well. I found a role Bradley Cooper could play in the DCU, everyone. The design is simple, and I love it. That's all I have to say about him. Finally, there's Zatanna, whose design I kinda hate. I know this is based off the edgier comics, but come on, this is awful. I hate looking at it. Anyways, her character is pretty fun. I love the implication that she knows Batman, he trained with her father. And I love the dynamic between her and Constantine, which is beautifully fleshed out in the final movie of the saga. But other than that, she's just fun. Nothing more, nothing less. Now we get to the villains. Dr. Destiny is a cool villain, but not an improvement over his DCAU counterparts. The only better thing going for this version is that he's voiced by Alfred Molina, the Dr. Octopus. The other villain, Richie Simpson, just kind of exists and doesn't add anything to the plot. The only noteworthy thing about him is that he's voiced by the actor who plays him in live action, Jeremy Davies. But I don't have anything to say about him other than that. So yeah, the characters are kinda hit and miss, with Batman, Deadman, and Constantine being the highlights. But Constantine will be far more fleshed out in his solo film. They aren't particularly all that. I'll tell you what is all that, though: the animation. While a little bit cheaper, I still love how it looks like it was taken right from a comic book. I sound like a broken record at this point, though. Now, I need to talk about the R-rated violence, which is non-existent. I'm sorry. I think the R rating comes from the possession and some other minor blood effects. But I felt more PG-13 action in this version. The action sequences are cool, though. I enjoyed the battle with Felix Faust in the finale the most, but the poop monster is pretty decent as a sequence. Yeah, I just said that. I'm never gonna forgive myself. So, yeah, pretty good movie. It's not the best, but it's a ton of fun and one I can rewatch. Hopefully, something cool in live action we'll get in the near future. I know this is a shorter review, but just bear with me. For now, this movie gets an 8 out of 10. Well, that's it for this review. I know it was short, but I don't really have anything to say about this one. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below and tune in next week for another live action film. With that said, my name is Mr. CCS, this is Movie Central, and that, my friends, is a wrap.